Hello, Search here for the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we have a letter that came in today, a question from Bruce Babello, and Bruce says, is there supposed to be a difference in the way we swing when we use various clubs, such as for irons or woods or hybrids? Was doing 9 holes a few days back and my irons were working fine. Could not get my fairway woods or hybrids working properly, extremely low ball flight and distance. Some have said woods should be swept and irons you hit down on, and I am still confused as to the best way to hit the hybrid clubs. I have a 3, 4, and 5 hybrid in the bag and am tempted to take out the 4 to 23 degrees and replace it with my Adams 7 wood at 22 degrees. Thanks, Bruce. Okay, Bruce, I'm gonna answer your question with a question. They usually say you're not supposed to answer a question with a question, but on a lesson tee, I figured a search can do that because my questions are in some ways, most of the time, partly giving you the answer. Many times when I'm giving lessons, say to a man, he might say to me during the lesson, well, my wife plays, or my daughter and my son play too, and everything else. Should they swing like this? And the answer I always give, the question I always give them is, does the ball know who's holding the club? No. All right? And then the other part of your question was not so much part of your question. The real part of your question was, do you swing it differently with different clubs? And I say, does the ball know what club you're holding? No. It doesn't change. The swing is the swing. It doesn't matter who's holding it. In other words, your sex, your nationality, your political affiliation, whether you're tall, short, fat, skinny, strong or weak, flexible, inflexible, or whatever, have physical limitations or not. Those are the only ones that'll start making a difference. If you have physical limitations, we could have just set up and swing a little bit. But per se, the club doesn't know who's holding it. The ball doesn't know who's holding the club, and it doesn't know what club you have. The laws of physics of impact stay the same with all shots, including putting. That is, the club has to approach the ball on the aiming line, strike it on the line and be square, leave on the line accelerating, and hit the ball solid in the sweet spot while doing the first 3. None of those things change. So the whole key is to get in a proper position. The only thing that will change is when you get in your posture, we believe you play the wedges through the 7-iron in the middle of your stance, and we judge, because we have flared feet, we judge stance by the width of the ankles, all right, or the heels. We play wedges through the 7 in the middle. Then gradually, as the clubs get longer, the ball will work to about off the heel. Now, in many cases, when you have straight feet, they say you could have it off the inside of the big toe or the instep. But if we put it on the inside of the big toe or the instep with flared feet, the ball will be way too far forward. All right, so the most we'll ever get it is about the heel. So it's going to move basically from here would be about the middle of my stance, and there would be about the heel. So it's going to move maybe just a little bit more than 3 golf balls, the width of 3 golf balls from the wedges through the driver. All right? The thing we're going to do is, no matter what, we are always going to get on all normal shots, preloaded a little bit heavy right, going to stand here, get the wide knees out with pressure in the mitt and up the tree, come back down to impact, hit the ball, and once we hit it, we swing up to the tee finish, which is we hit it, we go into the forward catcher's mitt, toe up the tree, finishing with the hands close to the bottom hand, for me the right hand, close to the ear, and recoil and relax, square to the target. All right? We know everybody today is finishing way over here, telling you to finish there. Well, I ask a question a lot. There's only one sport in the world that tells you to not finish at your target, right? Everything you learn is basically look at, swing at, throw at, finish at your target. Golf's the only sport that tells you to turn your back to the target. There's almost no other sport that tells you to turn your back to the target and all that. And so you swing through to the finish. All right? So if you do all of that, I try to basically make the same swing with every club. In the mitt and up the tree, in the mitt and up the tree, recoil and relax. All right? I change the ball position, and if I'm hitting normal shots, I'm going to be preloaded heavy right with every club. So I get in here, I'm ready to go. It's in the mitt and up the tree, in the mitt and up the tree. You do that, it doesn't matter what you hit. All right? I'm going to go take out my hybrid right here. Keep a lot of towels in the bag. White towels are for me, people towels, and that that black one on the back is for my club, because I clean my clubs after every shot. Clean clubs are happy club. Happy clubs hit better shots. So here's my hybrid. This one is 18.5 degrees. All right. Why do we hit hybrids better? Mostly because hybrids are woods, but they're shorter woods. They're closer to an iron length. Shorter clubs, more control. Right. That's why I say most people is almost no, very few people need anything over a 44-inch driver. I swing a 43-inch. And so when they're trying to tell you that 45 and 46-inch driver is going to hit the ball farther, yeah, only if you can swing them as fast, hit them as solid, and as straight. If you can't do those three things, it isn't going to happen. And most seniors got no chance of doing that. Most average golfers have no chance of doing those three things. All right, so here we go, hybrid. See where I've moved it now? It's up here just near my heel. 7-iron was over here. Now I'm over here. I'm just going to try to set up preloaded heavy right. Same swing. Bingo. All right. That ball didn't know I changed from a 7-iron to a 5-iron to a 5-wood hybrid or whatever you want to call it. And last but not least, I could hit the driver, but right now the driver's a little iffy with the net there. And so, but the drive would be the same. I'd set up with it. If I had it teed up, I'll show you the difference. I'll tee one up with the driver. Hopefully it'll stay on the tee here. Again, here's where my 7-iron would have been. Here's where the hybrid was, and here's where the driver is, just about on the heel, straight on the heel. I just come in here and I'd make the same swing. All right, because the ball's a little bit more forward as we're swinging up. We're going to hit a little bit later, but the club would still be square up with my hands because again, as I make the bump and I'm standing in here and I get to there, the club's straight and it's up into the forward catcher's mitt and recoil and relax. Same swing, every club, basically same setup. Ball position changes. You want to always be parallel left. Okay. The ball doesn't know who's holding the club, and the ball doesn't know what club you're swinging. So just learn your basic swing, adjust the ball position, and you should be in good shape. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking with you all again soon.